Hi, welcome back. I hope you've been solving problems lightning fast this week. Today's video is when not to use a DOE, design of experiments. If you're not familiar with a DOE, there's lots of good videos on YouTube about how to run a DOE. Check out a couple of those videos before you watch this one because DOEs are great when used properly. But in my experience, the DOE is one of the most commonly misused tools of problem solving for two reasons. The first reason is most people do not realize that usually there's only one main root cause. And second, they think that there's only one way to prove that you have the root cause, and that is to run a DOE. DOEs are awesome if you have more than one root cause. But most of the time, you'll only have one main root cause. Even if your project does have more than one root cause, you can often confirm it without running a DOE. The reason I want to tell you when not to use a DOE is because if you can prove the root cause without running a DOE, it will probably be faster and save you time and money setting up that DOE. Okay, great. Here we go. Do you have your pencil ready? When not to run a DOE? Number one. When you only have one root cause candidate. When you've already narrowed it down to only one potential root cause candidate, there's no reason to compare it to something else. Number two, if you can run different types of tests that might be more beneficial, like a process test when you're comparing good processes to bad processes. Number three, you can do a chart showing how the root cause is progressing over time. A chart like that can even be more valuable than a DOE. A lot of people use DOEs because they've seen multiple projects where DOEs have helped. And they want to show off and say, "Oh, I'm such an awesome problem solver. Look, I ran a DOE." Seriously, when you looked at the data, you could see that there was no reason to run the DOE. All it did was waste valuable time and money. I'm going to teach you another bad habit that many problem solvers have, and that is this. They will add more possible root causes to the DOE than they actually need. Sometimes they do that because they really don't know what to run. They're just guessing, and they don't want to spend the time actually solving the problem the right way. A lot of times, these guys will run a 5-variable DOE when really they only had 2 or maybe 3 variables they needed to run, and they just threw in 2 extras just to see what would happen. So here's my recommendation. Bring the variables down to 2 or maybe 3 at the most, and then run your DOE. As a problem solver, if you're running more than 3 variables on a DOE, it doesn't make you look smart. It makes you look lazy and ignorant. If someone is running more variables than that, typically it's because they're not very good at narrowing it down to the small amount of variables that actually make a difference. So if you want to solve your projects effectively, efficiently, and lightning fast, and you're considering using a DOE, then listen up. This is what you do. Number one, evaluate if a DOE is actually necessary, or if something else would even be more valuable. Number two, make sure you have more than one variable that could be the root cause. And number three, if you have concluded that a DOE will actually benefit your project, then go learn more about your root cause and narrow your variables down to 2 or 3 at the most. I'd love to hear from you guys too. Comment below on how you reduce your variables before running your DOEs. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Contact me if you'd like a free consultation, and let's get your problem solved ASAP.